Welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast with Mike Kincaid and Jake Goebel. Join them as they experience specialty coffee and document their journey. These friends explore roasts and roasting methods, brewing equipment and techniques, and review the cafes they visit along the way.
Thanks, Brioni, and thank you for joining us for episode 100 of the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast, where Mike and I talk about coffee blends. We talk about some of the sales that we're making. Thank you so much for ordering, the packaging that we're doing, also the improvements we're trying to make to our website, different things, payment processors we're trying to accept funds with, and just the whole business side. It's crazy. Let's jump in.
All right. Everything's fine. We're fine.
We're fine.
We're not facing a, what is it?
A looming deadline?
A looming deadline?
I think...
No, the storm that's hitting the East Coast.
No. I feel like I'm putting undue stress and pressure on myself to grow Orange Cactus Coffee faster than it's naturally growing, and just let it go naturally. Like,
let it go natural?
Let it go natural. Let it go au naturel.
Is that like when you don't wear deodorant?
That is like when you don't wear deodorant and you don't shave. That's correct. Go natural. But instead of, like, for some reason, I think a couple weeks ago I set this goal. Like, I wanted to sell more coffee in 2018. I'm ready to abandon that goal.
What?
Like, I'm just whatever. Let's just keeping on with the keeping on. Let's just focus on the daily tasks that we have to do. Focus on putting out a great podcast. Focus on improving the website experience. Focus on getting the right coffees out. And just let the sales happen naturally.
Sure. Organically?
Organically.
Are you saying just continue to pursue and solidify the why?
Yes.
And just let the what support that?
Yes. Can we do that? Is that okay?
Part of me thinks that that's probably the right answer. You know, I think there's a little bit of balance in there. I think when you say let's sell more coffee, I think we should get better at selling coffee. And by that I mean better at sourcing, maybe better at figuring out how to get costs down. Doesn't mean we have to do it all right now, but we're learning, right?
Yeah.
Learn how we can deliver the product we want with the packaging we want, the wow that we want. Yeah. And if we can do that cheaper because we've learned how to do that, because we were conscious of certain choices or certain options, great. You know what I mean? I think, you don't want to just throw all caution to the wind and not make some, learn some good business sense along the way. Yeah. If that makes
that does make sense. That does make sense. And I guess I was thinking along those lines. I was like, it's just arbitrary. I don't want to be arbitrary.
Well, sometimes I think what happens.
I can say that.
And you can say that. And I think sometimes what happens is it's easy to say, well, those things are abstract and hard, and they're going to challenge me, and they're going to cause me to do the parts of entrepreneurship that's not so fun. Yeah. That I'm just not going to do them. We don't have to do them. We don't even worry about it right now. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you kind of leave.
And we have done that a little bit. We've left some of the entrepreneurial stuff on the table.
Just make it awesome. Who cares what it costs?
Who cares? You know what happens? Yeah.
And I think that's okay. Yeah. But at some point, you guys say, okay, let's make it awesome, and let's set ourselves up to make money when it does blow up. Because there are companies, some big companies, one of which is like Salesforce. You ever heard of this company called Salesforce?
I've heard of Salesforce.
They're all over. They're taking over.
I didn't realize they were taking over.
Oh, they're taking over. They're building like one of the biggest buildings somewhere in California.
Really?
One of the biggest, biggest, baddest, most expensive buildings. If you haven't heard of Salesforce, they're pretty much just...
Excuse me, I was trying to find the mute button, and then I was like...
You just sneezed all over there.
All right, I'm good now. Thank you.
They were just an example that came to mind. They're just a company that has allowed people to leverage, track, and grow their sales. Hence, Salesforce.
Salesforce.
Millions and millions, maybe even $1 billion.
$1 billion.
All right, well, when you say that, maybe not. I really don't know. All I know is I think they still have yet to be profitable. They're one of these companies that have gathered up massive amounts, masses.
Yes, masses.
Growth masses on their face.
Yeah, not massive amounts, but masses amounts.
Of investment money. Building some of the most amazing business facilities in the world.
Yeah, in the world.
Sounds right.
That sounds great.
I read an article somewhere, so it's true.
You know what? Was it on Facebook?
Does that change?
It does.
The validity of this?
It does. Yeah.
Then no.
Yeah.
Was that the right answer?
Yeah, that was the right answer.
Just on Twitter.
Oh, perfect. Speaking of Twitter, there's something I want to talk about Twitter today. Actually, should we even acknowledge the elephant in the room or no?
What elephant?
Is it an elephant? This is episode 100.
Wow.
When
you say it like that, I feel so underprepared.
Episode 100. Yeah, we got nothing special. We've got nothing special. We've just got us.
That's special.
Yeah. I don't know how special that is.
I don't either. But in past episodes, when we thought we jumped the shark, we didn't.
We didn't. So we're just going. I think it's important. Mikey, he does this to me all the time. He's like, I don't have anything. I'm not ready. Let's not record. Let's just wait a week.
No notes.
We got no notes. We got no anything. It's like, no, there's plenty. But when he shows up at my house, we talk about business stuff that people want to know about. We have to make decisions. And so we're going to make those decisions here with you. Live. We are live. Okay, we're not live. But we're going to make those decisions here with you today. And we're going to...
I feel like this is a setup.
No, it's not a setup.
Oh.
It's not a setup. There's a couple things we're going to talk about. One is the Twitter article that I was talking about is blends. We're going to talk about blends. And I think that's a hot topic in specialty coffee.
Should we blend?
Is blends. Well, we're going to talk about it's
pre-blend,
more than
post-blend,
more than just should we blend.
Mid-blend.
The second thing is we're going to talk about.
Are you a pre-blender?
Actually,
are you a post-blender?
I'm a mid-blend.
I'm a mid-blend.
I like the mid-blend. It's the pre is a little too spicy, post is a little too shiny. So I'm a mid-blend.
You a mid? Okay,
packaging. We've got some questions to answer about packaging, and in the midst of this conversation about I don't want to focus on sales.
Should we talk about sales?
We've made a lot of sales lately, and so thank you for buying our coffee,
which is relative.
And then yes, for us, we've made a lot of sales.
Yeah.
And then our website, and should we talk about cryptocurrency? I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but we want to try and start accepting it, and it just takes time, and we did not put as much time into Orange Cactus Coffee as maybe we want to. The things that I've learned from running the Facebook ads, where our videos are the most popular. You know what I mean? This is exciting stuff. This is what people want to know. And then the business aspect of selling roasted coffee from, Mike's Kitchen.
Yeah. The what?
The illegality of
the garage.
Or
actually, no, it's a room now in the house, so it's legit.
It's totally legit. It's always been legit.
It's been insulated.
Bro, if it was a Be More in the bathroom, it was legit, bro.
Be More in the bathroom?
Yes.
Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea because you could turn on the fan.
Absolutely. That chaff going out the top.
Yeah. So your Be More is in the bathroom.
That's right.
Yeah, let me show you why.
Look,
it's already got built-in exhaust.
Look, if you can make bathtub meth and sell it, why can I not make bathroom Be More coffee and sell it?
I suppose you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if Be More would be doing a repost with those pics, though.
Well, depends on who's roasting in there. There's plenty of sites.
Shout out to Orange Cactus. They've got their roaster set up in the bathroom. With
Shout out to Orange Cactus. There's Mikey with his dolphin shorts and a headband.
Nice. He's got the TV tray right over the toilet. Brilliant. It works well.
And there's water right there in case
it's the water
emergency.
Cooling system. Yeah. You just pull the tray out and go right in.
My stomach is hurting.
That's not good. He's out. Are you back?
Too much laughing.
So we should talk about all those things because a lot of them are relevant.
Yeah.
For, not only just individuals listening, but just in the news in general.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So where do you want to start?
We'll probably start with blends then.
Just you mentioned blends.
In order.
Yeah, I didn't know we had an order.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I don't have the book, the James Hoffman book, but I know enough about it, and I'll throw the link in the show notes. But
James Hoffman?
The Art and Craft of Coffee, I think, isn't it? That's the Blue Bottle book?
Oh, yes.
The Blue Bottle book. So he actually writes a section in there. It's called In Defense of Blends.
In Defense
of Blends. And today, I think Daily Coffee Grind released an article that that called it In Defense of Blends.
Ooh, well, that's
ingenious. Original.
Good job.
Yep. Way to go. Or Perfect Daily Blend. Perfect Daily Grind. What is that?
Perfect Daily Grind.
Let me see. Okay, yeah. Perfect Daily Grind in Defense of Blends. It's an article.
Did they talk about James?
No, surprisingly, I threw it out there on Twitter that, he already talked about it and I tagged Blue Bottle, but I didn't want to say like, hey, bro, this ain't really original. I mean, even your title's kind of like biting James style because I didn't feel like, well, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just, maybe
it's kind of like those tweets that say the Kardashians did it first.
Maybe it was an accident. Maybe
it's just a good name.
Maybe it's just a defense, like in defense of. Like that's
truly.
That's an established way of presenting an argument.
Is it?
Like I didn't know that James Hoffman defended the argument of blends before, so we could give them the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe he wasn't even first.
But I think they're biting the style. You know what I mean? I think you're just copying. But,
okay, good.
But we're not quoting James in here. We're going to quote, we're going to quote Perfect Daily Grind's article.
Well, now that we've...
you know what?
The verdict of them being guilty of copyright.
You decide.
Yeah, no, I thought we just convicted them.
We drink, you decide.
We roast, you drink.
Okay, there's a quote in here. I don't understand why, but there's a brainwashing going on that leads people to overrate single origins. That's a bit much. Like, just because you want to promote blends doesn't mean you have to tear down single origin.
Yes, you do.
No,
you got to take down the strongholds.
You could just say, hey, here's the thing. There's room in coffee for blends. I think it's enough to say that. There's room in coffee for great blends.
Let's keep a balance.
Let's just keep it balanced. You know what I'm saying?
I maybe. All right. I don't know. Keep going.
They also say there's two types of blends. There are two different types of blends. We have the poor quality ones used to mask defects, save money, and achieve a standardized flavor. I don't think that trying to achieve a standardized flavor is always bad. But mask defects, save money? Oh, how dare you try to save money and achieve... I mean, really, the only thing that I have a problem with there is the masking the defects. You know what I mean? Don't serve me garbage beans. Like, don't mix a little bit of high quality in there with your garbage.
Yeah, that's what you do.
But here's the thing. I mean, every once in a while, you still get some Robo in there. James Hoffman has been RoboCop.
That's, that's a valid use for blends.
Robusta in there for his blends. Yeah, he says there's room for Robo.
Make a cold brew out of it, heck.
And then we have those where roasters have brought together diverse flavors to create an even better taste experience. Don't make it something that it's not. They've experimented with different beans in the pursuit of the best possible coffee for us consumers to enjoy.
That doesn't apply to single origin. He's right. She's right. They're right.
They are right.
Yeah,
coffee should be explored. The bean's density is the only limit, and that depends on a good roaster. All I'm saying is this.
What are you saying?
I'm not against blends.
Sounds like it.
There's no hating on blends, is there? I mean, who's hating blends?
I think...
Who's anti-blends? Like, how many times...
It's a pretty broad classification.
There's been very few coffee shops that I've been to that actually have a single origin on espresso. That actually have a single origin on pour over.
A lot still are in the blend camp.
The vast majority of them are in the blend camp. Why do we suddenly feel the need to defend the honor of the blend? The blend is getting plenty of love. Believe me when I tell you, the blend is getting plenty of love.
I don't know. It's all about the SOs.
We can make better blends. I don't think we're worshiping SOs. I don't think there's any hero worship going on there. Like, if you want to be real coffee, bro, you're going to go single origin. I don't think that's happening. But there's something nice about single origin coffee. And to say that there's not is not true. Exactly. And to say that there's no room for blends, that's not true. Blends they got the vast majority of the market. They don't need, I don't know if they really need to be defended, but...
In defense of them.
But in defense of them.
Well, here's in defense of blends.
Oh.
In defense.
In defense. Go ahead.
I got something here.
Say something.
In defense.
I didn't want to let you talk, but I'm going to.
I know. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Blends... For the longest time, I'm going to try a word here, touted.
Ooh.
Is that?
Yeah.
Have been touted as kind of a premium way to drink coffee. And you know this when you talk to, I'd say the older generation, my father-in-laws, they're like, ooh, is this a blend? They say it with kind of a...
That's incredible.
That it's a positive quality.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is a very... You know what I mean? And that's because... For so long, the marketing has been, this is a high-quality blend of 3 beans from, wherever. All the marketing and commercials
3
have
Africans,
said, like that the blend itself is adding some quality to your cup. When it's really, the blend is just what's done to achieve that style cup.
Yeah.
Being a blend in and of itself does nothing. Right. But they market it as an attribute. And you know that.
A positive attribute.
Right? So if anything, now you have this newcomer, in some sense, single origin, saying, wait a minute.
Ooh, she's cute.
I don't need nothing to be good.
Ooh.
I don't need any marketing.
No add-ons, no marketing.
And I almost feel like sometimes when I'm talking to these people, I'm like, no, it's just a single origin, which means it's just...
I'm going to go talk to the new girl.
It's a bean, right? From one country, one plant, one processor, one farmer.
Girl.
And they look at me like, oh, okay, well, I'll try it anyway.
Whatever that is.
So I think there's almost like I don't know. It's
a different coffee world. Exactly. It's almost like this article was written to the West Coasters that are, in Oregon, California, drinking their specialty coffee and thumbing their
select
nose,
niche.
or looking down their nose at a blend.
In the metropolitan area.
Blend. So why should you choose a blend? Perfect Daily Grind finishes this. Drinking a specialty blend can be an amazing experience.
No.
It's the combination of exceptional coffee, roast, mastery, and a lot of experience that leads to a well-balanced, complex, and often exceptional beverage. So next time you buy a coffee, why not order a blend? I am going to order a blend the next time I buy coffee because that's the only thing that I can get my hands on, bro. If I want to drink single origin, I got to drink that at home.
That's good.
Priscilla, I got to drink single origin at home or I'm not getting it because none of these shops out here have anything but blends.
Oh, well then disregard the article.
Oh,
does it say at the top? Is this directed towards us? It didn't really open with an intro. Like we're seeing a trend in XYZ or right? You know what I mean? Because sometimes that could be valid, but it's only.
Oh, I think it is valid.
It's valid for a specific area.
I want to give Priscilla her props here though, because I came off a little bit hard, but they did like my reply on Twitter, so boom.
Well, they have to because they know it's true.
No, it's true. Boom. So here's the deal. It got me thinking about what that means for you listening, because really. The majority of you out there are not in these specialty enclaves.
In defense of SOs.
You don't need a defense of blends. You don't need that. You are thinking about whether you should add blends to your home roastery or what is that going to mean for your coffee?
Where do they fit?
Where does that fit in? And that got me thinking because James Hoffman, I think he's a little more gracious in his book about talking about blends, but he talks about they're very hard.
Yes, they are.
To get right. But I think that having a standardized flavor profile that your customers can come back to over and over and over and over again is not a bad thing, but it's tough to achieve. Because I asked Mikey, we talked about this before. I don't know if we've ever talked about it on air.
What?
Blends.
Oh, blends? Maybe,
But we've talked, it's hard.
It is hard.
It's easier to get the best flavor out of a single origin. So Priscilla's absolutely right there. It's tough to get a good blend.
And when you say tough, this is, what's, in my mind, the hardest part about a blend is because, the goal of a blend is you have a specific coffee that you offer pretty much year-round. And a blend enables you to accomplish that better by substituting certain beans that have gone out of season for other beans.
Yes. And here's flavor profile A.
Exactly.
We always have it. You subscribe to it, you're always going to get it.
And even though that does allow you and give you a greater chance of accomplishing that consistent flavor, it's still hard to find beans that will replace the ones that you can't get.
Yeah.
And we've talked to Rich at Prescott Coffee Roasters about that.
Yeah.
And he's admittedly said he's had customers say, hey, this is still good and I like it, but it tastes slightly different.
It tastes different.
And he goes, I had to change a bean out.
Change a bean.
And it's the closest I could get.
And I think what happens there sometimes, I think he changes names too. Like, well, I don't have that anymore. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to have this blend now. We got a new name for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think our approach, with categories, right? We have categories.
That's what we're trying. And it's a little different, but we're okay with different.
We try to give you a general category that this coffee will fall in. And I think that's kind of a nice approach. It's worked well so far. I'm not against blends.
It's different.
I'm scared of blends.
I'm not against blends either.
My biggest thing is, as a roaster, as someone trying to offer a product, is committing to something and knowing that it's going to be very challenging to deliver.
And it's time consuming.
Yes.
Because right now, this is what happens. So right now, Mikey, maybe we'll just segue into the next replacement for the King Cup.
I like Segways. You ever been on a Segway?
They see me rolling this
Segway. You ever rode around on one at the mall?
No. In fact, I dislike Segways because...
Why?
The LA County Sheriff's Department tried to bring some Segways in.
Such an authoritative look.
The I think it was the substation up at Universal Studios. Universal
down
City.
On everybody.
And I think they look ridiculous. I think if you're a lawman on a Segway, you look ridiculous. That's what I think. You do not look like an intimidating warrior.
I don't know.
And maybe you don't want to. Maybe ridiculous was the style that the LA County Sheriff's was going for. Maybe the muckety mucks, the uppity ups, the big brass, they were like, you know what? How can we look more ridiculous and more friendly?
Approachable. Genuine.
More approachable. Well, he's 10 feet tall on that Segway.
Exactly.
Hello.
I can see right over you.
Hello, citizen. Hello, random citizen. Please move out of the way.
I'd love to run into a Paul Blart.
Paul Blart? I haven't seen it yet. Mall Cop? I've not seen the movies, but they sound great. Kevin James, good actor. Anyhow, so right now we're trying to replace the King Cup because how many do we have left? 3? 4?
6.
6. So by the time you hear this, they might be all gone. I'm not trying to pressure you to buy it, but if you want the King Cup, the Ethiopia, the original, the OG, KC, the original Gangster King Cup, if you don't order it now, you ain't going to get it. It's not a big deal. I mean, if you don't want it, you don't want it. Don't order it. But
they might have
if you've been thinking about it, now is the time to order it or else it's going to be gone.
Because Jake gonna drink it all.
However, Mikey does this. Orders samples, and we should have ordered a month ago, but we just ordered now. We're going to get a bunch of samples in. Mike's going to sample roast them. We are going to cup them poorly, and then we're going to decide which bean we want to offer for the next King Cup. Now, you have to... It adds up, or what is it? It magnifies, not adds up. There's a word. Help me out, Mikey.
Nope. You're on your own on this one. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It grows exponentially more difficult to try and match different beans to try and get the blend that you want. So if you wanted a certain flavor profile, but you have 6 beans, how many are we getting in?
We have 9 samples coming.
So we've got 9 samples coming. If you wanted to try 9, now we have 9 sample roasts that we've got to do, and then we go different variations within that 9.
Yeah, not all 9 are for the King Cup.
Now, if you wanted to rock the blends, you'd have to go 1 and 9, 1 and 8, 1 and 7, 1 and 6, 1 and 5, 1 and 4, 1 and 3, 1 and 2. Do I like this? You go 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 2 and 7, 2 and 8, 2 and 9.
Yeah.
3 and 4, 3 and 5, 3 and 6. 3 and 7. How many do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, you could really do. What about? I want to do 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. I want to do a blend of 4 of multiple beans, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's really no limit to the combinations.
And for the listeners, I just want to let them know you should go watch the YouTube because Jake was using his fingers quite.
I had to use my fingers. Look, math is not my strong suit.
In that rundown.
That's why I spend hundreds of dollars on boxes. And charge pennies.
Oh, that's
pennies
per unit, not per order. Dang.
So anyhow, blends are tough. Blends are tough.
Tough.
I respect blends. I like blends, but I still think single origins are better.
I'm still fascinated, and I still enjoy the flavor journey. And I think with single origins, once I get to a place where I'm more comfortable with them, and I feel like, okay, I've learned a fair amount about roasting a single origin, then do I think it would be more viable to let's start blending them together? Because now I understand how to roast for acidity or how to, tame a bean that might be coming across the little touche.
Like that.
You know what I mean? Like, as a roaster, you get better and you learn how to control certain beans and get a little more, whatever it is you're aiming for out of it. So just for those that want to know, right now I order the samples through Genuine Origin, who we've been using as of late. So far, I really like them. All their samples are free, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
They all come in Grain Pro bags, and they're about 300 gram samples each. And you just go on their site, click it, boom, and it's on its way to you. Mm-hmm. So it's I've really enjoyed working with them. I think there's some others. I think La Bodega, Cafe Import's little sister, if you will, also does that. So check them out too if you're looking to get some free samples and find some good beans.
Yeah.
Anyhow, in defense of blends, some are pretty good.
Yeah.
Some are pretty good.
Yeah. That's perfect. rolling on to the next topic. Yeah. Packaging those beans, roasted beans, and selling them, sending them. For the past however long we've been selling beans, we've taken boxes. They have printing on one side. They are blank on the other side.
Black
we have added
and white
custom artwork to each box, and I write a thank you note in each box. Recently, Packlane, that's the company we use, love me some Packlane. Packlane has offered double-sided box printing.
What?
And so we ordered some sample boxes to come in, black on black, with a picture, with a sweet picture in the top. You got a picture? You got it there? Okay. If you will look at the video, boom, there it is. All right. Well, yeah, let me just describe it. It's black on black with everything else on there.
Keep going.
And a picture in the inside. Now, what I like about it is it looks cool. It's very clean looking. It's very professional looking, I think. And it still offers a wow packaging, coffee experience, Christmas in the mail experience. But it lacks a little bit of the custom nature of a box. Do you have one of the other ones down there? Can you pull one up there? But, we've got artwork, custom art in there. And then also, like I said, a thank you note that I put in there. So if you check out the video there it is. There it is, right there.
That's an unfolded version.
That's the unfolded version of the box. There's the...
That baffled Jake when they first showed up.
Well, it did. It really did.
This is not what I ordered.
This is not what I ordered. It's blank. Check the other side, doofus. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I see.
I put this box together.
You got to put it... It's some assembly required.
So we're thinking about making the change to the boxes that are ready to go. They look cleaner, they look more professional, but they are less custom. Now, that doesn't keep me from being able to write a little thank you note on the bottom with like a silver marker.
That would look cool, though, I think.
But it does mean that you don't get any more custom artwork, which if following kind of Gary Vee's outlines in the thank you economy, we try to Twitter stalk. If we can find something about you on Twitter and Instagram
Social
or Facebook,
media.
We try to stalk you. If we can find something about you that you're passionate about, we will try and add that art to the box.
Even if it's just something about your location where you live.
Something that you're passionate, something that you care about, we'll try to add that to the box. Now, that's not scalable. At the moment it's fine because our order is, we're not.
It's reasonable.
It's reasonable.
It's doable.
It's reasonable. But if it got crazy, we couldn't scale it. We'd have to hire an artist. Because I started off doing the art myself, kind of like graffiti with Sharpies, and it was bad.
Kind of fun.
It was probably pretty bad.
That's not a bad idea.
Do the kids do it?
And you get it. You get like a little kid drawing.
So
that's sweet.
So what are your thoughts, Mike? Which one? What should we do here?
Well, my personal, I really like the way this looks. I really like the black on black.
The people that are hearing cannot see.
Sorry.
You have to tell me which one you're talking about.
The black on black. Okay. I like the new design with the printing on the inside and the image. I think that looks super sharp. I'm torn a little bit. I think that's the way to go, but I still want to try and maintain a way to add some personalization, whether it's on the thank you card, writing on the bottom, add something that says, hey, we know who you are. We've taken a few minutes or whatever amount of time to appreciate you, and here's an expression of that.
Give you something custom.
Yeah.
A one-off.
Yeah, and not even has to be custom. I mean, I've enjoyed the few orders that I've gotten from Cat and Cloud. Just on the invoice, they draw a picture. Said, thanks, Mike. Draw a little cat and cloud or a cactus. I think that's cool. That's nice. Though we took it a step farther, and it doesn't mean that we can't do it again, especially if we have maybe some... I don't know. One day we have this geishas and high end.
The twofers and the fourfers, like the big packs.
Twofers.
Like if you order 2 or more, between 2 and 4, those boxes are coming, and they're already set up. They're already, they're already blank on the inside. So you're going to get custom artwork for 2 or more.
Yeah.
But the singles were down to our last few boxes, and I need to reorder.
Maybe there's a market for both.
Okay, what about the order that I'm going to place today?
The order you're going to place today?
Yeah, for more boxes.
I say we go with the double printing.
All right.
because I think let's try it. Let's see how it's received.
Let's give it a try.
Let's see what people think. See what you think.
Oh,
they sold out.
No, right? I'm checking Facebook, and as soon as I put up one of our customers, he threw up. Some love on there. Seriously, the fellas, Jake and Mike at Orange Cactus Coffee, know what it takes. Every shipment is Christmas in the box. 100. Need to take some pointers on how to spoil my customers. Thanks again, guys. Always appreciate it.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Okay, I thought I was going to say, absolutely love the custom artwork. Don't stop. And then I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer, buddy. Well, and I think the other part of that equation, you no longer do the custom artwork. That is done by another member of your household.
That's true. Slave labor.
Yep. Your wife, who does an amazing job, who I think said, I'm kind of excited about helping you in other areas, right? So, because it is a lot, especially when you get quite a few orders all at once. Hey, I need you to try and do something unique in each one of these boxes. That can be challenging. Yeah, that's very true. For the sake of moving forward, trying something new, for the sake of keeping peace in your household, I say we do the double printing. Yeah. All right. What do you think? Double printing it is. There we go. Let's give it a try. If you hate let us know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, just... Yeah, no, let Jake know. What? Come on now. All I'm saying is this... What are you saying? Okay. No, come on. This is good. I like this moment. If you buy coffee and you don't like it, let us know. If you've never bought anything and you haven't received either box, and you don't know what either experience is like, I don't care what you have to say. Is that wrong? I don't want to hear your opinion. Wait, what are you saying? I'm saying that we want feedback. But if you've never bought any coffee, which is cool, totally cool, I appreciate the listen, but if you've never had the custom artwork and you've never had the black on black printing and you have nothing to compare the two to, I mean, do we want that opinion? Well, we want the opinion if they do order. Like, what do you... Yeah, if you order the coffee, I want to know how you like it. Yeah. But if you don't order the coffee... You mean if they never actually see it in person? Yes. We're not going to value your opinion as much? Correct. Is that wrong? No. That makes sense. Okay, cool. We'll value it, but it's not going to be as valued as someone that actually saw it, and experienced it. Okay. Right? Well, let me tell you what feedback I do value from people, even if they've never seen it, bought it. But I still value people's opinions, because some might say, hey, I think that's great that you do that. I've never bought, but I think it's cool. But it's not great enough for me to actually buy anything from you. Maybe there's something there. There's something to that. Possibly. What about the website? We've got some good feedback from that website. So thank you for the feedback from the website. We made some changes to it, and it's all been positive so far. Is that correct? I think so. I think people dig the minimalist. We've had people say we would like to see some color, especially knowing that your name has a color in it. And we added color based on that feedback. And we hope to continue that theme, kind of a black, white minimalist with touch of, the blood red orange throughout. And then there's going to be photos that are full color, screenshots or thumbnails. I think it's been well received. We have plans to do new product photos to kind of highlight so that people can see a little bit more of what they're buying. Not just the front, picture of a bag, maybe some of the coffee, maybe some lifestyle pics that show... Pictures need to get better. How cool you'll look when you're making our coffee, wearing our hat. Yeah. Right? Because that's what everyone wants to see. It's interesting because I did get an email from someone that said, hey, I saw this. It was Black Rifle Coffee, pro-America Black Rifle Coffee, becoming popular among conservatives, founder says. And they say, hey, I'm sending you this because I want to see Orange Cactus Coffee on Fox News as well, and I want you to be successful. And then I'm like, well, maybe it's time for the bikini girls to come on out so we can be considered pro-America. Pro-America? It's just they own their demographic, they own their marketing, they do what they do, they're very good at it, but it's not us. Nope. Plus, it's not us. That ain't us. We're going for the expats. And I appreciate that people care enough about us that they see a successful coffee company and they say, hey, you can learn from this. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of things you can learn from successful coffee companies, whether it's Black Rifle Coffee or someone else. Starbucks. But we're different. We've been told that.
Weird different.
You guys, this is different.
So, and I just brought that up because we're not going to throw a bunch of bikini-clad chicks on our website with our coffee to make you try and buy. We're not going to snap our fingers and have their clothes fall off for you to buy our coffee.
What about just
blowing stuff up? That's cool.
What about that?
I've got guns. I've got ammo.
You've got guns?
I got guns.
You got guns.
I got mine. I hope you got yourself a gun.
Maybe we're going past the conservatives, right to the anarchists.
Oh. I don't know if I want politics as prominent in my coffee as that.
Well, good then. Anarchists.
Either way.
Are perfect for us.
Anarchists or anything otherwise. I kind of want to focus on the coffee. I kind of want to focus on the coffee and great customer service. Can we do that?
We can definitely continue that.
Okay.
Okay, we're agreed.
But thanks for the feedback, and we will have better pictures. They will not be...
just naked coffee beans.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what it's going to be.
With the parchment removed.
That's good.
Stripped of all pulp. And washed thoroughly.
Oh, my mercy.
That's it. All about the beans.
I like natties.
He likes natty.
I like the natural.
And the occasional natty.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for joining the last episode of the Orange Cactus Coffee. No, I'm just teasing. So then what else? So we got blends, we got website, we got bags and boxes. What else do we want to talk about?
There was something at the
end. Business.
Something at the end, business-wise.
Business-wise.
In fact, maybe that we're not legit?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Finishing up on the website, we want to be able to start accepting cryptocurrency.
Oh, that was the big one.
Apple Pay, Amazon Pay. We want to be able to do Walmart Pay. We want to be able to take all the different
any way you want to pay us.
Any way you want to pay us, we want to be able to take.
Except check. Don't send us a check.
Please don't.
No, we will not accept it.
No, we'll send you some coffee.
Yeah.
But we're probably not going to do anything with the check.
So if you send a check, you're going to probably get free coffee.
Right.
Just saying.
Or if you use PayPal.
Yeah. Wait, what? Same thing.
This is the same thing. Same thing happened to me. Big shout out to Jake and Mike, but this was a fail. From Ambition Coffee Roasters.
What'd you do?
I ordered coffee. I tried to pay with PayPal. No coffee ever came. I don't think they were checking. No coffee ever came. PayPal said, hey, your payment was not accepted. We're going to give them another chance. Nobody did with it. Okay, we refunded your money. PayPal, send your money back. Yeah. So the same thing happened.
Something's broken.
Something happened with us. We had our first order was with PayPal. And I'm like, I thought I turned that button off. Because I don't have a PayPal account.
Soon we will.
So the PayPal money went back to
perfect
the purchaser. Just like it did for me. But
check or PayPal.
Unlike
free coffee.
Unlike the Ambition, we sent coffee. Ambition didn't send us no coffee.
So they probably didn't see it.
Yeah, they probably didn't see it.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, PayPal's unique. That's nice.
One way to put it.
It's nice. They're special. That there's a mechanism that will help you accept payment, but then you also got to play by so many rules. But I guess that's the society we live in.
Yeah, you got to play by rules.
Wait, you want to make a little money? You want to provide for your family?
Not like that. You're
not a problem. Not a problem. Like that. You just got to pay me first.
And you're gonna jump through these hoops. Nope, not that hoop. Nope.
Yeah, in fact,
hoop. Nope, another hoop.
Yeah, go ahead and send that product. We're going to hold those funds.
I'm going to hold that for
not sure about that. Anyway, so yeah, cryptocurrency is big in the news. It's been around. In fact, Bitcoin, which is the father of cryptocurrency, had just had its birthday.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I think it's 9 years old.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that crazy? But there's many others, and we want to accept them for payment because they are valid forms of money, of transaction, of moving wealth from one person to another, storing wealth.
In exchange for goods.
In exchange for goods, services rendered, all the above. There's also some cool things going on that I'm going to give you more, but I'll throw it out there now. I've been kind of waiting until I understood it better. There's a cryptocurrency called Coffee Coin. Now, there's two of them. Caution, the one that's been out there for a while is no good. It's garbage. Don't worry about it. There's a new one started by a gentleman that's been in specialty coffee for many, many years.
A coffeepreneur.
I think he's roasted, worked in coffee shops. Like I said, more information to come, but you can look him up, Coffee Coin. He decided, how can I take my love for cryptocurrency, my love for specialty coffee, bring them together? Say, well, I'm going to start a currency or a cryptocurrency called Coffee Coin, but it's really more than that. It's a platform by which he hopes to connect farmers
and roasters,
where they can trade directly and exchange, these coffee coins as payment for free, essentially, to the farmers who will then ship their beans and be able to sell their coffee, their green coffee, right to those that want to roast it.
That's sweet.
Essentially improving the process, cutting out the middleman completely.
Cutting out banks,
cutting out remittances, cutting out the exchange, the money handlers.
What are they going to do with the coffee coin once they get it, though?
Well, exactly. I don't know.
That's always been the question.
Yeah. What do you do with it?
What do you do with this?
He's building into a system where they'll be able to exchange it for their local fiat, which is most likely what they'll need to pay their workers, to buy their, supplies and everything.
Yeah. Pay their rent, pay their mortgage.
So,
buy clothes.
How that platform is going to work, I don't know. But I also don't know how a lot of technology works that we use.
Still do it.
Exactly.
I don't know how Bluetooth works. I don't know how I can use wireless headphones.
I do know the blockchain technology behind it, as far as transferring assets, value, record keeping, is all legit and works well for that.
Yeah.
So, more to come. More to come as we dive into this.
Perfect. And then lastly, we've been getting a lot of questions about the business of running and selling coffee. And I think it's only fair to say, we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, we get a bunch of questions like, hey, how do you sell coffee online? What laws are you breaking? And this, that, and the other thing. And we say, I don't know.
There are no laws for online sales.
This is what we do. Right now, we have a website that is run on the WordPress platform.
Mm-hmm.
We use Bluehost to host our website. We use Libsyn to broadcast and store kind of our podcast.
Okay.
And we use Blueberry to distribute that podcast to the different podcast slingers. And we use Shopify to create buy buttons on our website.
There you go.
And we Shopify Lite. And someone goes in, makes an order. If they are local in Arizona, if they are in Arizona, Shopify automatically charges state tax. Actually, I think we pay it. I don't think we charge it to the customer, to be real honest with you.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That probably sounds right.
We just round. The price stays
price stays the same.
Number.
Yeah, the price stays a whole number, and we pay the tax on it.
Mm-hmm.
So Arizona gets sales tax from sales made in Arizona. Yavapai County gets sales tax from sales made in the county. So that much is legal and legit. Shopify lets us know. We roast up an order, we send it out. Now, I think there's a lot of businesses that don't go through, don't do everything legit right away, because they want to know, hey, will this even work?
Yeah. Proof of concept.
It's called a proof of concept, and it's like, well, let me just see if I can make any of this work. Now, the income is still recorded because I had to use my own social to set up Shopify. You know what I mean? It goes in under my income. I'm going to get a 1099, just like I get from from Amazon, for my novel that's out there.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And my music that's out there.
Good
that I get
plug.
like 3 cents, 2 cents, and a nickel. And you just get a 1099 and you list it as income.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can list it that there's, the expenses that you have, and you subtract them from, your income. But anyhow, now, that's where the similarities stop. Depending on where you are, your laws are going to be different. The great state of Arizona allows you to sell home-baked goods within the state of Arizona as long as you meet certain requirements.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a food handler's card, you have to label it a certain way, and you can sell it online only within the state of Arizona. Roasted coffee is not one of the things listed on home-baked. Home-baked? Home-baked. Baked at home.
Yeah.
And it's not a food. It is designed for people that want to sell cakes,
item.
Cookies, things like that.
Yeah.
It is not designed, it was never designed for coffee. In fact, if you keep looking, well, what do I need to sell coffee? Coffee is an enigma. There's nothing about coffee.
It's hard.
There's nothing about coffee. They point you to the FDA, the federal organization. You go to the federal organization, nothing, again, about roasted coffee. Mm-hmm. There's plenty about green coffee, import, export.
Yep.
But nothing about selling roasted coffee. So is it a food? Is it not?
Yeah.
It's hard to quantify. All that to say that we are researching it, but it's taken, and I wanted to have a lot more to give you today, but I was unable to complete my research.
I spent a couple hours digging too. And really, I think probably where you're going with it, we both ran into the same thing. There is none, at least for us in Arizona, we end up at, hey, call us.
And that's,
there's a phone number. And so you actually got to talk to a human, which is incredibly inefficient.
But we're going to. I am going to make that phone call.
You got to find out and say, hey, what do you need?
And I am going to call the feds. I'm going to call the FDA as well.
And then they'll be like, well, Tom said so. Tom down at, the state office said this is what I got to do. Which to me is, it is what it is. But for us, really, because we started this journey not knowing where it would go.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to...
tell you we don't know. We don't want to pretend like we know everything.
But you should find out.
But you should contact
your local. But don't let that stop you from just doing. Really don't. Because I think the biggest piece, and probably the one that I would say is there are taxes. If for some reason you're raking in a lot of money and you're not reporting it in any way, shape, or form, that's probably the biggest caution.
They're going to come get you.
They're going to be like, okay, where 20 grand in sales, where is that reported?
Yeah.
Even if you do go legit and you're a partnership or an LLC, those are pass-through entities, and that tax still hits your personal liability. So that's up to you to claim and report.
Yeah, which we do. Taxes, we pay. Now, the other thing that your local municipalities are going to want is business fees. And we are going to do that. We haven't yet, but we are going to. Mm-hmm. And with regards to roasting coffee and having a home-based business, again, look for your city, your town, your county, your state's regulations, because they're different. It normally passes to the city. And if you're in an unincorporated city, it'll go to your county. Yeah. So for us in the great city of Prescott, there is a home use permit. So you need a business license, and then you need a home use permit. And they typically, if you're just selling stuff online, they don't care. As long as you don't have a retail location, people coming and going, and big parking lots and hosting clients and all those types of things, you're fine. However, again, roasting coffee, nothing. It's subjective. Yeah. It's very subjective. They say, well, you don't want to create undue noise or smells or sights and sound, whatever it is. Sights and sounds. I think that's noise. Noises, sounds. Okay, so you don't want to distract or detract from the neighborhood that you live in.
Sure.
You don't want to be a pest to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So if you're using the ILEO, is there a little bit of smell? Very small. You can't smell it from the front door. You can't smell it from the street. If I'm sitting out there, I can smell it.
You might get something sweet.
But you definitely, it's not nearly as noticeable as you having a fire.
No, which is quite common.
So we'll report back as we do that. But we did do our LLC, and did we get our EIN? Mm-hmm. So we got our LLC, we got our EIN. Have we gotten the EIN yet?
You get that instantly.
Oh, well, I need to update our stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
So you get an LLC, you get your EIN, you get a checking account. Once you have those things, you can get a checking account, a business checking account, and then you get.
Then you can play with PayPal.
Then you can play with PayPal. And then you can get your state license, your state name. States normally control names and trademarks,
trade names, fictitious name,
depending on where you're at. You get your DBA. You run it in the newspaper that you're going into business. You get a bunch of junk mail because of that, and then. You're legit. You're legit. And that
man
license
says you're good to go.
That license, that business license normally has to be renewed every year. And it's normally about $150.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the home use permit is an additional $35.
Yeah. And then if you have to do the food handlers, which ours was like $15.
$15, you go, they have it every week. But that's what we're looking into at the moment. So all that to say is we don't have the answers for you. I'm sorry. I wish I knew more, but it's a lot.
It's not simple.
It's not simple. Coffee is not simple.
We try. It's not out there for us in Arizona. It's not black and white. So we just know that there's more to come.
Yeah,
and we'll keep you informed as we find out.
To serve coffee, It is. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's out there. Like you're serving coffee as a drink.
Cafe.
Like in a cafe or a mobile unit or things like that. You want to run a mobile coffee shop, that's there. If you just want to be a roastery selling online, it is not. It's incredibly complex. Or
it's just not clear. It's just not
unclear.
Clear.
There you go. Not complex. Unclear.
It might be clear to, when we call it, say, hey, just follow this. I'm sure that's what it will come down to.
Yeah. It depends on
who you get.
I think it depends on who you get.
Just document. Oh, Troy said so. Troy.
Oh, okay. Oh, Troy said that was okay?
Get his last name.
Okay.
And his extension.
All right. Well, that'll be $100.
Maybe you should record the call.
That'll be 115 then.
Protect yourself.
Okay, 150.
Can you send that to me in writing, Troy?
Well, that's what Troy said.
That's what Troy said. We don't have a Troy. Dang, I knew I should have.
Oh, no, he's in the Tucson office.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Troy from Tucson. Okay, perfect. That's right.
Troy. Well, if you're listening, Troy, we appreciate your help.
Yeah, thank you, Troy. All right, what else you got for episode 100? That's pretty much it. It's pretty uneventful. Maybe 101 we'll have something special. We'll see.
It's all special.
It's all special. That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool with Orange Cactus team. Everything is awesome. When you're living your coffee dream.
There it is.
But I drink too much coffee so I can't sleep at night so I don't dream.
Sending us out.
All right.
Are we done? I think that's all we got for today.
All right, cool.
Hopefully that was it. Don't stop.
Believe it.
Oh, we're doing it. We're doing what I hate. Sometimes I don't like when podcasts start or end by just random singing.
Just end it.
It's like, okay.
Just end it.
Just stop.
Thank you.
Stop rambling.
Check. Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Until next time.
Until next time, indeed. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can find the show notes at orangecactuscoffee.com/episode 100. That indeed was episode 100. Hope you enjoyed it. We're trying to get something a little bit more special for you coming up in the next couple weeks. Catch you next time.